Hi everyone, welcome. So happy to have you all. I'm so excited to be doing this. I love being able to do these lives for you all. So please make sure you like and that you are subscribed before we get started. Oh, hi Brianne, how are you? So nice to see you. Always nice to see you. I'm so grateful for you. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm doing my famous exes. I love doing famous exes. So if you guys have any recommendations, please send them over, write them over, because I love covering. I love looking at why couples exist, like last date and why they did it. It's nice to check that kind of stuff out. Okie dokie, so let's get into it. Let me just fix my camera. Just got done recording a few videos. They'll be out for members tomorrow. So check those out, and then they will be released over the weekend. I'm doing okay. Good. Good to hear you're doing well. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to start off with. Forgot who I had first. Oh, Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to use the Earth Woman Tarot. So they broke up in 2022, right? And I actually remember because I used to do a lot of videos about them. And I remember somebody messaged me. I used to live in this house. When I first moved to Miami, I lived in a house. And I predicted for a while, even when I lived in LA, I predicted that they would break up, which is unfortunate that they broke up. I feel bad that they broke up. That people have to go through pain because breakups are very tough. But when it all happened, when it came out that they'd broken up, I got a lot of DMs, a lot of messages. Literally, my Instagram, YouTube, social media was just flooded with, "Oh my gosh, you predicted it, you predicted it, you predicted it." So I've also predicted that I think Olivia will try to throw some shade at him. She is a sun in Pisces, and sometimes no, I'm sorry to put you in the shade bracket, Brianne. I apologize, but sometimes Pisces, because I know you're sun in Pisces, sometimes sun in Pisces can be also depending on the rest of the chart, can kind of be passive aggressive about confrontation. And I think in a passive aggressive way, she was trying to confront Harry without being upfront with him. So let's see the charts, and then we'll go through because I haven't read the charts in a very long time. I just decided, hey, let me do this reading about them. It's been a while, and I predicted she would kind of try to retaliate against him. So let's see. She has Sun in Pisces, Moon in Gemini, and can't find her rising, but her North Node is in Gemini too. Interesting. Venus is in Aquarius. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see where she was born. It's curious. Oh, she was born in New York. Oh my gosh. I did not know that. I didn't know that she was from New York. I remember her in the OC. I don't know if you guys watched the OC. It was one of my favorite shows growing up. I used to love the OC. And she was Melissa's like lesbian lover. It was very interesting. It was what, 2005? Yeah, 20 years ago. Crazy. Oh my gosh, so insane. Okay, so let's see his chart. I remember we have very similar charts, but I want to read his chart. I think he's a sun. Okay, Sun in Aquarius and then Libra. Venus in Aquarius, rising in Libra. Okay, perfect. I do remember we have a similar chart. We almost have the same. No, that's not true. The sun, we have similar suns, Venus, rising, and Uranus and Neptune. My Saturn's in, yeah, I don't have Saturn in Pisces though. But anyway, just fun fact. So with that, with just looking at the charts, I can tell that especially with his Chiron and Virgo and her Chiron and Taurus, they both thought that they'd be able to give stability to one another when they couldn't. So let's see the current energy. Check out my other videos, by the way, where I speak about them. That I've done. I did many videos about them. Yeah, so check them out. But I did say she was going to try to come out and say something about him. I think she hasn't, because let me tell you something. As an Aquarius, when we're angry, you don't want to piss us off. You just don't. You don't ever want to anger an Aquarius, because we will, it's not revenge, but we'll get even. There's certain things we're like, whatever. But if we can, just don't ever mess with Aquarius and Scorpio. Don't mess with those two signs. Let me tell you about that. Okay, so let's look at the current energy. So I see here, and this is intuitive based, it's not fact based. She's tried to extend an olive branch, Ace of Cups, because she sees him doing well. I think, I don't think anybody is all bad or all good. We all have traits that sometimes we operate through our shadow side and it becomes more pronounced. Sometimes we operate through our healed and light forward energy, and that becomes more pronounced too. So it's what you feed, So with her, I think she sees him doing well, and she's partially happy for him, but some of that happiness she wants for herself. She wants to be in his life again. I can see that energetically. And I also see that Six of Wands, she doesn't really feel like he deserves the happiness that he has. She still feels a bit scorned. And I say this a lot about some Pisces. In fact, a lot of men, unfortunately, can be very scorned till the last point. It also depends on the rest of the chart. If they have more earth in the chart, not so much. But if it's a lot of water in the chart, let's see. Let's do the chart again. See, very little earth, lots of water. Because she has Sun in Pisces, Moon in Gemini, Mercury in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is big. Your Mercury is very big if you have a strong type of sun. And her Mercury is in Pisces. That means, from what I see, it means that she is not very direct at telling people how she feels. She'll give them hints, subtle hints, and expect them to know, which is not very healthy in a relationship. So, Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Hierophant. I see her very strongly. Trying to make a comeback. She's going to do another director. I said that she's going to make a biopic about them. It is going to come out. I see that 100%. It's just she's waiting for the right time to bring it forward. She's waiting, in my opinion, what I see energetically, she's waiting for him to be happy so the world can feel bad for her. And I've said this before, I dated a Pisces man. Sometimes they get stuck in victimhood, and that victimhood brings them a sense of superiority. They really need to watch out for. So I see him, when he moves on, she's going to say, okay, well, now that he's moved on, now I can write my story. And she's even going to say that. And the victimhood is going to be big. She's going to play herself to be a major victim and say some awful things about him. It's going to give them bad press, really. Then she's going to do the biopic. Yeah, that's what I see. Your Mercury's in Aquarius. Yeah, it's better to have. Oh, you said, yeah, okay. It's better to have. If you're a sun sign, a water sign, you need a Mercury. I say all this, especially Pisces and Cancer. You need a Mercury. I mean, it's not bad. Your birth chart is not bad. It's the cards you're dealt with. But if your sun sign and a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and your Mercury is in a water sign, you really have to work on communication skills, really, and not come from a place of victimhood, coming from a place of direct. Be more direct about how you feel and about situations, because it could come across backhanded, you know, that type of energy. Okay, so let's move on to the next couple, unless anybody has something to say. And it's a slideshow. The next couple is Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner. This should be fun. A sun in Pisces, another one, and a sun in Scorpio. I'm going to change cards for this. I'm going to use Moonchild Tarot. Oh, what's the slip? Moonchild Tarot for this one. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's look at their birth charts first, and then we will do the reading. Okay, let's do his first. Okay, so he's a sun in Pisces. Moon in Pisces. Wow, that's strong. Very strong. Rising, confident rising. His Venus is in Aries. Interesting. And there's also the Scorpio. So he's got a lot of water energy. Oh, a lot. Not in a bad way. It's just the same victimhood thing, you know. Which I do like some of Bad Bunny's music. I don't like auto tune. Then I can hear it's clearly auto tune, because basically everybody uses auto tune. If you know anything about music professionally, most people use auto tune. It's whether you can hear it or not is the difference. You can hear auto tune a lot. Okay, she's a sun in Scorpio. I remember that. Let's look at her chart now. Okay, her sun is in Scorpio. Her moon is in Aries. Her rising is in Aries. Interesting. And her Venus is in Sagittarius. Let's see what his Venus was in Aries. Interesting. Okay, so both Venus and fire sign. So I imagine a passionate lovemaking. So let's see the update on them. I've done lots of videos about them in a relationship, but somebody asked me to do an update on them, so I'm just doing what was requested. So I think he's going through some kind of financial issues, Five Pentacles. It's not looking good. And from that chart, I get that I don't think he was very direct with her. How old is he? Let's see. He's 1994. I thought he was older. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think the baggy clothes makes him look older. Kendall and Bad Bunny, what a strange fact. I mean, I did say I think some of it was PR, definitely. So check out my video about that, because I think Mrs. Jenner, the big mother, had something to do with it, a lot to do with it. So Wheel of Fortune, he feels, I see his energy very strongly. And I think sometimes he wants, I think the basis of their relationship was helping one another out publicly. Same thing with Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. Now that he's going through financial issues, he wants back in with the Kardashians. And with Knight of Swords, he's going to kind of beg to be back in there. He's going to beg to be back in their good graces and beg to kind of be seen by them. Because he knows that anytime he's with a Jenner Kardashian, it's good press. It's sometimes negative comments, but people get seen. But I think he's having financial issues. I wouldn't even be surprised if his restaurant in Miami ends up closing. I just get that vibe. Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I wouldn't be surprised if stuff is not going right. I did say, and I haven't, you know, the way that tarot is so real. I had no idea his ex was suing him, and somebody revealed. I said that he has some kind of lawsuit regarding an ex. I don't know if you guys remember this. It was like 3 years ago. I said he has a lawsuit regarding an ex, and it was revealed his ex was suing him for using a snippet. So I think that has had a major financial hit on him. I see strongly he's having financial issues. Let's see if they've said anything about it in the news. You guys know, if you watch my channel, you know I don't watch celebrity news. I only watch reality TV, and the only thing I watch about celebrity news is like it ends with us updates about that because I find it very fascinating. But other than that, I have no idea about anything. People tell me things, I'm like, that happened? Why did that happen? Okay, so let's see. Bad Bunny, financial issues. So he had to pay a lawsuit from an ex-girlfriend over a song. Potential 40 million. Broader economic impact of his residency in Puerto Rico, which is positive and raises concerns about gentrification. So she sued him. You see? It looks like it was CNN. I don't know how bright this is, how accurate this is. But it's unfortunate. A lot of legacy media you can't trust. But Bad Bunny's residency is expected to be a financial boon of Puerto Rico. If it hasn't come out recently, it will come out soon that he's having financial issues. I saw that with the tarot, and maybe you guys will know more than I do. So please feel free to let me know if you're a Bad Bunny fan or whatever you keep up with him. But I think the legal issues he had with her, let's actually see about that. What happened with his ex-girlfriend? Bad Bunny's ex-girlfriend. Let me share with you guys. And he's very talented. A lot of Pisces are very talented people, creative and talented. Okay, so let's see. Sorry, guys. Oh no, I said the wrong thing. Sorry. So it happens, you know, when I code the whole day, sometimes my brain is not all that. Bad Bunny's ex-girlfriend, Carlis de la Cruz Hernandez, sued him for 40 million, alleging that he used her voice recording without her consent in his songs, specifically the phrase "Bad Bunny Baby," which is featured in Patti and 2016. She claimed her self-image rights were violated and that the use of her voice without permission caused her emotional distress. Cause was ultimately decided in her favor, with Bad Bunny being ordered to pay 40 million. Yeah, I did say she was going to win. I said I don't keep up with the stuff. I did say she's going to win back then. So he owed her 40 million. I see that he's hurting financially. I wouldn't be surprised if his restaurant closes in Miami. Yeah. So we're in her favor. Wow. That's crazy. 2000 compensation. He only tried to bring her 2000. It's crazy. How? Anyway, she ended up winning. So yeah. So I see him really going through financial hit, and I think that's why he and Kendall did separate, are no longer together. But because of the hit, he wants to be back in the good graces of the Kardashians. Because as much as I have a lot to say about the Kardashians, the men that they are with make money. They make money because Chris Kardashian, Chris Jenner, she's very good at multiplying money and getting the public to see them a certain way for monetary reasons. So that's what I think, guys, about regarding that. So last but not least, we're going to do this couple, which is Joe Jonas and Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is looking so good. I don't want to say because she lost a lot of weight, she's looking good. She just looks healthy. Because some people should not be um, underweight. I know that she's underweight, she's a good weight. But I don't want to make it seem. I think I've always said this about Demi Lovato. She is gorgeous. She has one of the prettiest faces I've ever seen. She's so pretty. Um, yeah. So let's read their birth charts. She has one of my favorite songs. I love Skyscraper. It's a very good song. Okay, Joe Jonas. Actually, let's start with her. So she's a sun in Leo, moon in Taurus. I can see the moon in Taurus. And rising in Leo. Interesting. You know, as much as I do feel bad for her, I do think she was a bully type. Which Leos can be. I said this before about Leos. The shadow side is being Regina George in Mean Girls. You know how Regina George is like, looks at people. I've seen Leos like that, where they'll look, if they don't like something about someone, they'll look it up and down and be like, right in front of their face. You know, they can be extremely mean girl type. And I think Demi, when she was younger, which most of us when we're younger, we have issues. Our job as adults is to grow out of it and evolve, which I think she's done a good job at doing. Um, but yeah, I definitely see her being a mean girl when she was younger. I do believe the accusations. She reminds me of somebody, but I can't remember who it is. And let's look at Joe Jonas. So his chart. Let's see his chart. He's a sun in Leo too. Interesting. Moon in Aquarius, rising in Libra. Interesting. Very interesting. We're the same age. I have no idea. How old is Demi Lovato? Let's see. Oh, so she's 3 years older than I am. Okay. She's 33. So let's do a reading. I'm going to use the Star Child Tarot for this. I love this tarot deck. Really beautiful. And just from the chart, I can already see that there's just they were in competition with one another, which can happen between two fire signs. Venus and Virgo for her, and he is Venus and Virgo too. Very interesting. But I'm surprised that they can be friends. I know I did see them do that performance. That's where I got this image from. I was actually kind of shocked, but let's see. Which I saw him at the gym once. I don't know if I told you guys the story. Yeah, I did tell you the story. I saw him at the gym here in Miami, which I found out that he lived here. So shocked. But I saw him at the gym, and he looks very young. I was shocked. Because he's 36. I'm 36 too. But I don't know why. So I was like, oh, who's this 20-year-old kid? Everybody was looking at him. I was thinking, like, who is everybody looking at? Because I was on a Soul Cycle bike. He was in front of me doing weights. Yeah. I'm not going to say more. I don't want people to know what gym I went to. Okay, let's see. So I think that there's a lot of when they were together. I've never done. I don't think I've done a reading on them, but I see them when they were together. At some point, there was a lot of friction. I don't think Joe is an easy person to get along with. I'm just gonna tell you that. I really don't think so. I also see the two crystals a lot, which is Pentacles in the traditional deck. And a lot of the reason why they ended up getting back together, doing this thing, not back together romantically, but doing this is for his public image because he doesn't have a good reputation when it comes to his exes. So I think this is his way of trying to prove I can be cool with people. You know, I was watching Housewives, as I often do, and this was the OC reunion. While I was coding last night, I was like, let me put on the OC reunion from 2019. And I had one of the housewives saying she got clinically tested to see if she was a narcissist. And she said she is not a narcissist, but she has a big ego. There is a difference between having narcissistic personality disorder and having a big ego. I think most people that we label narcissists just have big egos. And Joe Jonas, I believe, is one of those people. From how the energy I picked up between he and Sophie Turner, the energy I pick up now about why he wants to be relevant again and be seen with his ex, he has a big ego. I didn't really feel his energy when I saw him at the gym. I saw, he looked just very young to me. I was like, oh my god, who's that kid? And later on, I saw him turn around. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Joe Jonas. And then I Googled that he lives in Miami. So I was very shocked, very, very shocked. But anyway, so I see very strongly that his ego, he lives a lot of he makes a lot of his decisions through ego. And I think this connection, this rekindling, or whatever you want to call it, because Demi Lovato is married, I think it's definitely from ego. She doesn't really fully get it. I think she just thinks, oh yeah, we'll be friends and so forth. But I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up kind of like being twisted with her, and saying to her, because I get Queen of Wands and King of Wands, the boss of the deck, saying to her, you were the one that got away, kind of trying to mind of her. He's that kind of guy, in my opinion, what I see. He's that kind of guy that he'll mess with your mind, you know? And it's so sad. You know, people talk about DV, you know, and how horrible it is, which is horrible. But also, people messing with your mind is horrible. I don't want to say it's just as bad as DV, but that in itself, mind games, is horrible. And sometimes you can be so psychologically involved with someone, you're afraid to speak up for yourself, you're afraid to do all kinds of healthy activities for yourself because you feel shamed. So with Demi Lovato, he's going to end up, we're going to find out about it. In the next few months, we're going to find out a source is going to leak, and I think it's going to come from her camp and say that Joe Jonas used Demi Lovato. This is all a campaign for him to get back into the good graces because he doesn't look that good right now. Especially because I get 5 Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's all fake. Which Sun and Leos, I love you guys, but you can be very fake sometimes, very, very fake. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Does anybody have anything to say before I end the live? Stay tuned. I do have some video that's recorded. I'm really excited about to share with you all. And yeah, if anybody has anything to say, I'm going to end it. It's been such a pleasure. I love doing these lives, even when I'm so tired. I've had a long day today. I'm grateful for everything I do, but I've had a long day today. But what keeps me going is all of you, your support, especially people like you, Brianne. I'm so grateful for you. And yeah, oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Brianne. You're really such an amazing soul. And I'm so grateful that we crossed paths because I'm just very, very grateful for you. You know, as a Sun Aquarius, I'm very Sun Aquarius. I don't have a lot of friends, but when I do make friends, like I've made friends with you, Brianne, and when I have like real, when I can call someone a friend and I feel like I can call them a friend, I end up being friends with that person for a long time. It takes me a long time to trust people. If I'm Sun Aquarius, I don't have a lot of friends, but when I call someone a friend, or I find gem type people. Um, Most of my friends I've been friends with for decades, for at least 10 years. So I don't take friendship lightly. So it's not like I'll be friends with one person today and then that's it. So whenever I find people that are loyal, kind, respectful, positive, it means a lot to me. So thank you, Brianne. I know you don't. I remember you telling me that. So I'm very grateful for you, and I'm grateful for everybody, this community, especially this week. You guys have really shown off for me, and I'm so, 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 so grateful. That Jay-Z video did so well. I'm so shocked that it did well because I was tired when I recorded it. I didn't sleep well last week because I was working on an app that getting it approved, and they just rejected it. I have to resend it back to them. So I wasn't going to record last week, but I'm grateful that I did because I got a lot of support. And I don't do it for the support, but it's just nice to be noticed for hard work. So thank you, everybody. And I'll see you guys next week. Please, 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 if you're rewatching this, please send me suggestions for famous exes because sometimes I get involved in life and I only have so much time to research exes and to make sure that I don't know them and just the things that suggestions can be difficult for this topic, even though I love to cover it. But please, I do take your suggestions. I make about 70% of suggestions that you guys send me. So please, 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 especially for this. Okay, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.